So, what happens when your personal data is leaked into the wild and no one's asking for ransom? You get something that's not only a data breach, but a free-for-all for hackers looking to exploit it. That's what happened to Boulanger, one of France's largest electronics retailers. Over 27 million customer records have been spilled online. And no, it wasn't part of some high-stakes cyber heist with a price tag. The data was shared for free on a hacking forum, and you won't believe the details in the leak. Stay tuned for that, but first, a huge thanks to Stonefly for sponsoring this video. Now back to the news. So what's going on? Boulanger, the French electronics giant, has found itself in hot water after a massive data leak surfaced on a clear web forum. The data dump, reportedly totaling 27.5 million records, wasn't hiding in the dark corners of the dark web, nor was there a ransom note attached. Instead, a hacker released it onto a public hacking forum for anyone to download. No strings attached. The breach reportedly stems from a ransomware attack that Boulanger experienced in September 2024. But this is a resurfacing of that data, now being offered for free, and much of it still contains sensitive personal details. So, let's take a closer look at exactly what was leaked. So, what's in the leak? The hacker's post revealed two datasets. One was raw and unfiltered, weighing in at a massive 16 GB, and the other was a cleaner 500 millibyte version, likely to make it easier to browse. But even after the data was cleaned, we're still talking about over 5 million records. What makes this even more shocking is that the clean version only had around 1 million unique records, padded with duplicates, yet it's still a massive breach. The breach includes full names, home addresses, email addresses, phone numbers. No passwords were included in the leak, but let's be honest, this is still a goldmine for any hacker or scammer looking to cause trouble. With this level of detailed personal data, it's not hard to see how threat actors could craft highly convincing phishing emails or launch social engineering attacks against Boulanger customers. Imagine getting an email that appears to be from Boulanger asking for sensitive information, or maybe offering discounts that lead straight to a phishing site. Not good. But where did this data come from? Now here's the interesting part. This isn't the first time Boulanger's data has been compromised. In September 2024, during a ransomware attack, Boulanger was targeted and the data was stolen, alongside similar data from French retailers Truffaut and Cultura. Back then, the hacker, using the name HorrorMar44, was selling the stolen data for $2,000. The forum where it was offered has since shut down, but now the same data has resurfaced for free. The hacker in this case didn't ask for anything in return. They simply posted the data on a popular hacking forum for anyone to download. Talk about a data dump. And while there's no confirmation that Boulanger was aware of this new leak, the fact that it's so similar to the September breach makes it clear that this data is likely coming from that original attack. So why should you care about this breach? This leak highlights several important issues in cybersecurity that should concern everyone, both individuals and businesses. Even without passwords, this leak shows just how dangerous personal information can be. It only takes one poorly crafted email or a clever scam to wreak havoc. Just because data has been stolen doesn't mean it's gone forever. Hackers can resurface it years later, and businesses often don't even know about it. Boulanger may not have been able to stop the data from leaking again, but they could have implemented better security protocols to ensure that once data is stolen, it's completely useless to anyone who might exploit it. If you think putting your data on a public forum is safer than on the dark web, think again. This breach proves that it only takes one person with a bad agenda to share your data with the world. For companies, this should serve as a wake-up call. If a massive retailer like Boulanger can fall victim to such an exposure, smaller businesses are also at risk. Regular audits of customer data, multi-factor authentication, encryption, and immediate action when a breach occurs should all be top priorities. For consumers, be extra vigilant. If you're a Boulanger customer, keep an eye out for any suspicious activity in your inbox or on your financial accounts. Phishing campaigns and scams are likely to follow shortly. As of now, Boulanger has yet to comment publicly on this latest data leak. While the company is likely aware of the breach and may be investigating the cause, there's no official statement from them on whether the data was properly secured or if any steps are being taken to prevent further leaks. That silence only raises more questions about their preparedness and response time. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a 56 terabytes, fully air-gapped and immutable Veeam backup and disaster recovery appliance at half price. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Data leaks like this remind us that even companies with the best intentions can still be vulnerable. What's important is how they respond to these incidents. In the case of Boulanger, the data has already been leaked. The question now is how fast they act to mitigate the damage. This is not just a story about one breach, but a broader lesson on the need for strong cybersecurity measures, timely response to incidents, and more transparency when leaks occur. As always, stay informed, stay secure, and remember, in the digital world, your data is more valuable than you think.